Hi viewers, my name is Abhishek Dev. I am pursuing my second year undergraduate in commerce in Ayanada Janakyamal. I have chosen I have chosen the topic sales presentation from the allied subject sales management. Let us first have a basic knowledge of what is sales presentation. A salesman should always have some aids in order to give a visual appeal to the customer. The sales should be prepared with 90% of preparation and 10% of presentation. Like a lawyer who prepares himself for a case, a salesman should be prepared to meet his ultimate customer and explain the ideology of his product. Needs to plan the sales presentation. A salesman should be prepared with proper instruments and a proper points to quench the thirst of the customer. As he also should have an advanced planning of the sales presentation, which should make the customer attracted to buy the product. It saves the time of the buyer as well as the seller. The salesman should be able to explain his product within a stipulated time to explain about its features. This in turn will save the time of the salesman and also the customer. It makes the presentation quite effective. The salesman can arrange his points accordingly so that he could also clarify the customer's queries about the product, which makes the presentation quite efficient. It builds up confidence in the salesman. A salesman having all the points arranged can face the customer with confidence and also will be able to clarify the queries of the customer. It helps in removing the nervousness strains in the mind of the new salesman. A new salesman with preparation can overcome his fears and nervousness by preparing to his level best to cater the needs of the customers. It makes the sales presentation flow smoothly from one sales point to another. As the salesman is prepared, he would be able to present his product with ease and with a spontaneous flow. It helps to anticipate common objections and find answers which may satisfy the customer. A salesman should be effective in delivering his product presentation without missing out a point so that the customer would have a full knowledge about the product after the sales presentation is closed. A well planned salesman presents his product, there are more chances of customers having a need for the particular product. Firstly, it should be based on AIDA concept, whereas A stands for attention, I stands for interest, D stands for desire, A stands for action. With AIDA concept, we can say that a customer should be attentive while the salesman explains about his product and should be interested while after the presentation of the salesman should have created a desire within a customer with his level of presentation. Secondly, it should be credible. The points delivered by the salesman should be trustworthy and the customer should believe the facts delivered by the salesman about his product. Thirdly, it should be clear. The points which are to be presented by the salesman should be clear and legible so that the customer could derive information about the product. It should involve in two-way communication. The salesman should interact with the customer so that he can know whether the customer is satisfied with his product or give an opportunity to the customer to express his views. It should tell the potential benefits to your customer. A salesman should know the usage of his own product and also the benefits to his customer via using that product which the salesman is selling to the buyer. It should be flexible. The salesman should be flexible accordingly to the customer as their taste, fashion, style may vary. So the salesman should be able to adapt the product accordingly to the customer. It should be complete so as to guide the prospects for taking favorable decisions. The customer should be convinced about the product and take interest and ask the salesman whether there are any other schemes or variants in the product. This technique is mostly suits the insurance companies. It should provide opportunities for a trial close. The salesman should also give a good sales closing technique, since the customer would expect the same level of enthusiasm from the salesman when he started in the beginning. By adopting these techniques in the slides will make sales presentation a very effective one. I thank one and all for your keen listening.